This is the Jubilee adventure to Sunny Beach in Bulgaria. And this place has got a very English sounding name, and this place is like Bulgaria's version of Benidorm. Now in my previous video I took a look at Golden Sands in Bulgaria, which is a more sort of upmarket sort of retreat hotel sort of beach resort. Meanwhile, Sunny Beach is much more catered to mass tourism with back-to-back hotels. Just how I like it. But even though I visited this place in the second week of October, 2/3 of the hotels were shut. A lot of the hotels here only open for 4 months a year, from mid-May to mid-September. That is a very short holiday season. How can they make their money when they don't open for very long? And in mid-October, the whole place was still nice and warm.
Oh, it looks nice. And not in the water, it's starting to go green. It's not quite green yet. Actually, no, it is a bit green.
So is this so weird seeing so many closed down hotels? Let's take a look at this closed hotel. This place actually looks really posh. It's got loads of statues everywhere. It's got loads of really nice theming. They've put a lot of effort into building this resort hotel. Yet it's already closed for the winter, despite the weather still being nice. I just don't get this.
Why do you want it open just a few months a year? I don't get it. All this money spent for 4.5 months a year. I don't even know what to say. Is this weird? All this effort to make all of the statues, got someone on a horse up there, put loads of effort into this, but it's shut. I won't open again till probably towards the end of May. I don't even know what to say about this. It's just weird.
So then, let's now go and eat some food at Burger King.
Oh, I would like to get some Burger King. Shall we go and take a look? Oh dear.
It's already closed down for the winter.
KFC is shut. And if you want to go to a pub, it's also shut. Oh my.
In fact, there's only one fast food place left open here, which was McDonald's, and it was actually really expensive. £8.51 for this burger. Usually McDonald's is quite cheap in Bulgaria. It's usually like Polish prices. In the UK, one thing I like about McDonald's is they don't have variable pricing so much. Prices are usually fairly similar across the country, including in captive markets, such as service stations, for example. Meanwhile, in Bulgaria, McDonald's don't seem to have that policy. And as this beach resort is a captive market, it's a tourist trap, they've upped the prices massively. And as for supermarkets, a lot of the supermarkets around this city were now closed. And the few supermarkets that were still open were very expensive. But luckily, on the outskirts of town, there is a little supermarket which is nice and cheap. Now, looking around Sunny Beach, I'd say about half of it was closed, which is ridiculous considering it's second week in October. However, the parts that were open were still lively, and the hotels that were still open seemed like they were still very busy. So let's explore the hotels which were still open. Now to the first hotel, which is the secret Sunny Beach Resort and Spa, which looks like this. The main swimming pool here looks very nice, and it is an infinity pool, a pool with an optical illusion making it look like it goes out to the horizon. And even though this swimming pool looks nice, sadly the water was very cold. Let's now go along to the lifts in this hotel, which are some Arona lifts.
Oh dear, tracks are dry in the pit. It's the oilers on top, the lifts at the bottom of the tracks don't get oiled, but the engine is meant to manually oil them each month. But obviously not. For he wasted the lift shaft. Sounds like something I'd do. Maybe not.
And let's continue to take a look around this hotel and along to the indoor swimming pool. And this pool looks very nice, so I went for a swim. But sadly the water was a bit colder than what it should have been for an indoor pool. So then, now I go along to the next hotel, which is the Tirana Beach 4-star hotel, which has got some nice glass lifts. These lifts are shaft lift shaped, but they're not actually shaft lifts, they're in a glass lift shaft.
Is the door open? Not in use. That's weird. Cleaners about everywhere.
And this is what the swimming pools look like. They look very interesting. It looks like a nice place to take a swim if the pools weren't quite so cold. This place has also got an indoor pool, but this pool's also rather cold. So then, now I go along to the hotel which I stayed in, which cost £17 per night. This hotel's very good value for money because the hotel room is like a mini apartment.
So then, this is what £17 a night gets you in Sunny Beach in Bulgaria. You've got a room like this, you've got a bed there, and it's kind of like a mini apartment because you've got a washing machine, which I didn't expect them to have, sink, microwave, fridge, some cooking facilities, all those cupboards up there, TV, that's what the bed looks like. One thing disappointing is this hotel said the pool would still be open. That's not looking very open to me, so that's disappointing because some of the other ones actually said their pool shop. This one said it should still be open, but it's not. No, this is what the toilet looks like. Just an all-day toilet, that's a shower. So that's what you get for £17 a night. Cheaper in Poland, it's now probably about £22-23 a night for us in Poland now, so Bulgaria is still cheaper. But the supermarkets are crazy expensive here because it's like a tourist trap beach resort. Would you like to go for a swim?
And sadly, the swimming pool is a bit fucked.
Right then, it's time to go for a swim. Or maybe not.
Anyway, let's now take a look at the lifts which my hotel has. And these lifts are so bad, they're actually good. These are some extremely cheap single speed little lifts. And while single speed's nice on an interesting old lift, for a modern lift, for it to be single speed is like, what? Another thing worth noting is that when the lift stops at a floor, it feels like it's emergency stopping because it has that wobble to it as the lift stops. Now on an old-fashioned single-speed lift, because single-speed and emergency stop are the same thing, usually the stop's very controlled. It feels like it's meant to do it. However, on these lifts, they feel like they're not intended to be single-speed. It feels like they're intended to have a levelling speed. So to stop it as single-speed means it's effectively emergency stopping each time it stops. And it feels like it's not meant to do that. So then, let's now take a look at the motor room. And the ladder up to the motor room is coming away from a wall and feels very dangerous. And in the motor room itself, it looks an utter tip. But from here, we can get to see quite how cheap this lift is. It has a very small motor, which is sitting on a frame, which looks not very well structurally supported. And the logic is some weird thing which I've never seen before.
The ceiling's so low, I can't even stand up. I'm only sort of crouch. It's terrible, this is. Send it back up. Wobbles. The whole thing it's standing on wobbles. Fuck, that wobbles. That entire... It's got no diagonals on that. There's no supporting diagonals, so the whole thing wobbles and starts and stops. That is so... Oh my days. The wires... Oh, that's the wires for it. And there's a wire sticking out. What the fuck? What is this shit?
So then I now tried to take a ride on top of the lift. Sadly though, this thing seems like it's dangerous to go on top of.
So then, I'm now going to explain why this lift is so bad. As well as being incredibly cheap and absolutely horrible, it didn't work in inspection correctly. So, this is what it looks like on top. Bit of wires everywhere, it's not so good. Not sure what that thing there is. So I put the lift on inspection, got 2 switches. I tried every combination of those 2 switches. Got onto what I thought was inspection, got off the lift, shut the doors to test that it was an inspection, which I don't always do, but this one I wanted to test it because I was so unsure. So glad I did, because it drove off on inspection, which shouldn't do that at all, that's very bad. Couldn't call it back, and this is the only set of doors I can open in the entire shaft. A lift drove down to the bottom, 3 floors below. So how do I get back on top of the lift to take it out of that mode now? It's now 3 floors below and I can't open the doors on that floor. So I had to open these set of doors, reach all the way down and unlatch the doors below and open them. And as these doors are not sprung for some reason, the next set of doors was then open. So I come up here, close this set of doors, walk down the stairs to the floor below, and then keep repeating that, opening each set of doors manually by reaching down until I then managed to get back on top of the lift again to take it out of inspection. It really is that bad. So a bit of a fire foul, you cannot get out without the pass. You need the pass to be able to exit the building. If that goes wrong, you're a bit fucked.
So then I now leave my hotel and go down to the beach. And the sea looks really nice here. I really want to go for a swim in the sea. And that is until I saw the jellyfish. There was jellyfish everywhere. So many you could easily bump into them if you were to swim here. But there's still some people swimming. Do they not notice the jellyfish? Do they not care about them? I really don't get that. Who would swim with jellyfish about? Let's take a look at the jellyfish.
This is horrible. It's some huge fucking jellyfish in there. Oh, if I only have my GoPro, normally I still haven't got a new GoPro yet, but oh my days, what the fuck is that horrible thing? That is disgusting. Look at that. Ugh. Get out of here. Everyone almost walked into that one, it's right by the shoreline.
So then, now we go along to the next hotel, which is Hotel Zenith. This has got some Cone NMX11 Eco Discs.
No, call locked. Oh, the axle turned right down on this. Honestly, I don't think I'd do well those times, like breakfast 7:30 to 10 o'clock, lunch 12:30 to 14:30, dinner 18 o'clock to 19 o'clock. Oh, when the light's going out, how lovely, I'm going to be in the dark in a minute. But basically, that's such a short amount of time, especially if you have to return back to your hotel for lunch. I don't do well with timetables. I don't do well just following other people's times. And it's okay, the show's lights look nice. But this is not comparable to what you get in Spain. You get so much more in Spain.
And this hotel also has a lift I've not seen before. Cone's new design of lift that superseded the power disc. And this thing is weird. And to be honest, I don't think it's a very good design. I can see so many flaws with this. Let's take a look at it.
That's not a belt. It's one of those nanos. I've always wanted to find one of these. Holy shit. Holy shit. What the fuck? That's so fucking weird.
So then, now we go to the next hotel, which is Helena Sands 5-star hotel. Now, initially, this hotel does look very posh to start with, such as this really nice swimming pool, which has got its interesting Greek-style pagoda in the middle of it. This pool looks really nice, but sadly, the water was very cold, too cold to swim in. Now, if we go inside the hotel, this is where it starts to no longer feel that 5-star, because it doesn't seem that posh really. The lifts in the main part of the hotel are Otis lifts.
More Otis. I've seen enough of these things. Oh, this is 2000s, but it's the cheap one, the little tiny one. Dear guests, we'd like to inform you from October 1st, breakfast will be served in the restaurant of the hotel next door. Right, lovely. It shows you how fucked this whole resort is after 1st of October. But it's still warm here. Why have they closed down the resort so much?
Now, this hotel actually has a second part of the hotel joined onto it, which is also apparently 5 stars, which is the Royal Palace Helena Park, which looks like this. These two hotels were very empty and it felt like only the last few guests remained before the hotels closed down at the end of the summer season. And this here is a map of these two hotels showing the different facilities they've got. And it's got a shooting ground? What? But surely that's just a school, isn't it? Oh wait, I forgot, this is not America. Anyway, if we now go along to the VIP section of the hotel, there's this separate exclusive section just for the VIP guests with an exclusive VIP pool. But this VIP pool doesn't look anything special. It actually looks not very good at all. Doesn't look any different to the pool in my cheap hotel, apart from the fact that the pool's still running and isn't green. Like, if you paid out for the VIP section in a 5-star hotel, I'd expect better than this. This is not very good. And this hotel also has an indoor pool, but this indoor pool has been turned off. So then, now we go to the next hotel, which is Hotel Santido. The swimming pools in the hotel look like this. Yet another typical very cold swimming pool. And along to the lifts. The first set of lifts are generics.
Very strange. Well, I got seating area there.
This hotel has also got a set of Arona lifts.
No. I hear that laminated cables going round the little wheels. They all sound the same once you see them all. 08. What the fuck? Because it's taped on. It's taped on the protective bit.
And looking around Sunny Beach, one thing which I find very strange is the fish bar. These things are very questionable. You stick your feet into a tank of fish and the fish come and eat the skin off your feet. Like, why would anyone want to have that done? And what about hygiene? Surely if the fish was bit into someone's foot, then they then bite into your foot. Isn't that a cross-infection risk? Anyway, now we go along to the next hotel, which is the High Hotel Imperial Resort. It's got a swimming pool area which has got this interesting sort of water spraying splashy area, which looks like it would be fun if it wasn't so cold. The lifts in this hotel are some lifts that have got Otis buttons, so it must somehow be linked to Otis.
Oh my, that's slow. Piece of shit. Otis, now one of these pieces of shit is a met. Security guard was asleep at his doorway. I just walked past him. Fucking hell. It's dark. That's the normal lighting, I think. That's the lighting it's meant to be. Oh, it's a weird hotel. Another lift. Here it is. Oh, there's more notice buttons, but weird.
So then, this hotel's also got an indoor pool, and this is the only indoor pool I came across in the whole of Sunny Beach that was actually warm. So I went for a swim in this pool. This pool's very busy as everyone in this hotel was wanting to use it because the outdoor pools were very cold and not nice to swim in, so everyone wanted to use this indoor pool and the pool got overcrowded. And then a massive argument broke out between different people in this swimming pool, all accusing each other of hogging the pool. And the argument got very heated. Some people accusing other people of being drunk and being too loud in the pool. Some people went off and got security. At this point I just left, considering I'd sneaked in the pool, so I wasn't exactly meant to be here anyway. But this sadly meant I didn't get any footage of the swimming pool. The picture you see on screen now is a picture from Google, and you can see this pool looks quite nice, but it's very small. So then, now along to the next hotel. This hotel has got a glass hydraulic lift, which is a floating lift.
Floating? Floats. So it's not just shaftless. Well, it's not shaftless, it's a shaft from it, but it could potentially be shaftless, but it's also floating. So floating, not quite shaftless. So hydraulics there, doors there, and you've got two sides with no wall, and they've made it a bit bound, so that's quite a nice feature. It's hydraulic. Oh, it's bouncy. If you bounce it a bit, fuck, it's bouncy. Looking as fast, but it's not.
Let's now go along to an abandoned hotel. There's not really much left to see in this abandoned hotel, but let's just have a very quick look at it.
Fucking hell. It's knackered. No lift. No, it was under the lift. It's gone. Right, motor. What the fuck's that ladder? This is the dodgiest ladder I've climbed in a fucking long time. As we can see, there's no motor left at all. That's a shame. And here's the service lift. It's also gone. Trashed. There's your lifts. There's a Coca-Cola fridge. That's pretty much it. Not really much to see.